Welcome back to our in-depth exploration of Monkey Man 2024, a film that has redefined the boundaries of the action-adventure genre. Directed by and starring Dev Patel, this film takes us on a wild journey through the chaotic streets of India, filled with breathtaking fights, deep character development, and a story that is as thrilling as it is emotional. Monkey Man has captivated audiences and critics alike, becoming one of the most remarkable films of the year. Dev Patel, who not only stars but also makes his directorial debut with this film, has successfully crafted a story that is deeply rooted in Indian culture, yet universally accessible. His portrayal of the broken but determined hero gives the film an emotional depth far beyond what is expected from a typical action film. Patel's intense preparation and commitment to the role are reflected in his physical transformation and his compelling fight scenes. One of the most striking aspects of Monkey Man is the way it integrates traditional Indian myths and legends into its modern narrative. The story is inspired by Hindu mythology, particularly the figure of Hanuman, the monkey god, known for his strength and courage. These mythological elements add an extra layer of symbolism, enhancing the central theme of the struggle between good and evil. Monkey Man is not just an action film. It also tackles significant social issues in India, such as corruption, religious persecution, and the marginalization of minority groups. The portrayal of the Hijra community and the exploration of the political and social landscape in the film reflect the growing tension in Indian society. This added layer of social commentary gives the film depth, making it both entertaining and thought-provoking. The film's sound and visual design are equally outstanding. The dynamic soundscape, which blends traditional Indian music with modern beats, heightens the emotional impact of the scenes and contributes to the overall atmosphere of the film. The cinematography captures the vibrant colors and bustling streets of India, offering a visual journey that draws the audience into the protagonist's world. Dev Patel was not only involved in acting and directing, but also played a major role in the creation of the fight scenes. For his role in Monkey Man, Dev Patel underwent an intense physical transformation. He spent months training in various martial arts, including Muay Thai and Kung Fu, to ensure that his fight scenes looked authentic. This dedication to the physical demands of the role allowed Patel to perform many of his own stunts, adding a raw and gritty realism to the film's action sequences. Monkey Man was a major box office success, grossing over $35 million worldwide on a modest budget of just $10 million. The film's success highlights its wide appeal and the strength of its story, resonating with both local and international audiences. The film's popularity has sparked discussions about potential sequels that could further explore the story and the world of Monkey Man. The film begins in a forest village in India where a young boy called Kid lives with his mother, Neela. Neela tells him stories about the monkey god Hanuman, which deeply inspire Kid. In the nearby city of Yatna, a powerful spiritual guru named Baba Shakti sends the corrupt police chief, Rana Singh, to evict the villagers and seize their land because they belong to a persecuted religious minority. The villagers are brutally massacred, but Neela manages to hide Kid before she is killed by Rana, who sets her body on fire. Kid's desperate yet futile attempts to save his mother leave his hands burned and scarred. Years later, Kid, now an adult, works as a heel and jobber, a wrestler who deliberately loses matches at an underground fight club called Tiger's Temple. He wears a monkey mask during the fights. However, Kid has only one goal: to exact revenge on Rana Singh. Rana frequently visits King's, a luxurious brothel and drug den disguised as a social club. Kid hatches an elaborate plan to infiltrate King's and get close to Rana. He convinces the club manager and Madam Queenie Kapoor to give him a job as a lowly kitchen worker. Over time, Kid befriends Alfonso, a gangster working for Queenie. Kid throws a fight in Alfonso's favor, helping him earn money, and as a result, Kid is promoted to waiter. With this newfound position, Kid buys a revolver and trains a stray dog to deliver the weapon to a back door, bypassing security. Kid carefully plans his assassination attempt on Rana. He spikes Rana's cocaine with bleach powder, intending to drive him to the restroom where Kid can kill him privately. However, the assassination attempt goes wrong, and Kid has to fight his way out of the building. He escapes in Alfonso's souped-up auto rickshaw, but after crashing, Kid is arrested. Despite being shot by the police, Kid manages to escape again, falling into a canal. Kid is rescued by Alpha, the caretaker of a local temple devoted to Ardhanarishvara. This temple serves as a sanctuary for Yadana's Hijra community, who are being targeted by Baba's nationalist and ultra-conservative movement. Kid recovers at the temple and learns that he is now a wanted fugitive. Alpha guides him through a hallucinogenic experience in which Kid confronts the trauma of his mother's death. With a renewed sense of purpose, Kid trains in combat, preparing to fight not just for himself, but for the marginalized. When the Hijra sanctuary is threatened, Kid enters another fight at Tiger's temple, placing a large bet on himself. He intentionally defeats 2 opponents and emerges victorious, earning enough money to save Alpha's temple. During Diwali, Baba's candidate wins the election, and their nationalist party celebrates at King's. Kid bleaches his monkey mask white and, armed with improvised weapons, fights his way into King's with the help of Alpha and her warriors. Queenie tries to shoot Kid but is killed by Sita, one of the exploited prostitutes and Kid's colleague. In a brutal fistfight, Kid beats Rana to death. Using Queenie's severed thumb, Kid gains access to the penthouse where Baba is hiding. Baba attacks Kid with blades hidden in his sandals, wounding him severely. However, Kid manages to turn the blades against Baba and kills him, finally avenging his mother's death. Exhausted and gravely injured, Kid collapses. As he dies, he reminisces about his mother, Neela, and his devotion to Hanuman. The film ends with a powerful emotional reflection on Kid's journey, from the trauma of losing his mother to his final act of revenge. Having completed his long and painful path to justice, Kid finds peace in his final moments, filled with memories of his mother and the strength he drew from his belief in Hanuman. This plot highlights Kid's journey of self-discovery and revenge, as he not only seeks justice for his mother's death, but also fights for the oppressed people targeted by Baba's corrupt regime. In conclusion, Monkey Man, 2024, is a powerful and thought-provoking film that transcends the typical boundaries of the action genre. With Dev Patel at the helm as both director and lead actor, the film weaves a gripping narrative of revenge, redemption, and social justice. Patel's performance, paired with his physical transformation and the film's intense fight sequences, brings an undeniable authenticity to the character's journey. The movie's incorporation of Indian mythology, particularly the symbolism of Hanuman, along with its commentary on corruption and the marginalization of minorities, elevates the story beyond a simple action flick. Monkey Man not only delivers on breathtaking action, but also explores deeper themes, making it a standout film that resonates on both emotional and cultural levels. Its success at the box office, combined with critical acclaim, signals that this film could pave the way for potential sequels and further exploration of its rich, layered world. We hope you enjoyed this cinematic journey. If you want to see more content like this, let us know in the comments, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until then, see you in the next episode.